Welcome back to Construction Secrets with me, David Windsor. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this episode with your friends. You can also head over to davidwindsor.com to check out all the free templates I'm giving to you for free, as long as you share this YouTube channel with one of your friends today. That's all I'm asking for in exchange. I wanted to show you how I bid a spec house. There's a lot of numbers that go into a spec house besides the construction portion of it. So I want to share with you some of the things that I do in my spreadsheets and reveal to you the ways that I work out the job. And then as time goes on, I switch over spreadsheets. I put it into software like Builder QuickBooks, all that kind of stuff. But in the beginning, when I'm bidding out a job, as you found out with my highlighting on all this kind of stuff, I'm very color oriented. So I have a lot of colors in my spreadsheets to help me understand, because when I see a certain color, I can associate it with what that means and represents versus having to file through the Excel spreadsheet and finding that. So that being said, this is a simple estimation spreadsheet that I use for general, for all the items of construction. I put everything in division 1, 2, 3. I put everything in, and then if I'm not using it, I obviously exit out. For as an example, I've hidden all these costs because you can't see them. If you stay through to the end of this series, I'll show you all the numbers that we use. But for right now, it's none of your business what kind of money we're spending on this project, unless you want to stick with us to the very end, and I can show you exactly what we spent, how much it cost, how much we saved, and of course, how much we made on building this multi-million-dollar spec home. So that being said, one of my examples is in the footing and the foundation. Everything's priced per square foot, and I just do everything. So I get multiple bids, and then the low bid is green, the middle bid is yellow, and the red bid is high. That's how I do it. So that way I can see, all right, maybe the mid guy is someone that I really like working with. I know he does quality work, and it's actually worth paying more for the yellow or the red because you know the quality work you're going to get, or you just know that people are going to come up and they're going to show on time, where the low bid may not actually show up, or they may just do shitty work. And it's not always good to go low, but I calculate everything with, as you can see, as I scroll through pretty fast, I do everything with green, red, gray, and yellow. So that's how I estimate my jobs. I do everything price per square foot, and then I can go back with the historicals and I can look, all right, this house costs $2.65 per square foot. And so I put that in historical, and then over time, I'll be able to look back at it, and I can probably bid a job within a couple $1,000s based on my historical data. And I can also hold the fire to my subs' feet when they say it's going to cost this much. And I go, why is that? Because the last 3 jobs, which are identical per square foot or whatever, cost this much. So it's a good way to hold your subs accountable if they're just throwing out random numbers to you when it comes to pricing. So the next portion I go into is the pro forma. The pro forma is what we use as a representation to show us what we're making, the soft cost, the hard cost, the realtor fees, the interest, all the blah, blah, blah that we got to do. So all these numbers are not shown right now because, once again, you got to stick to the very end of the series to find out what we spent. But so we have the land purchase price in there. We have what the new construction cost is going to be. And then we have our financing interim, HOA design and review. We have legal, title, appraisal, travel, accounting, miscellaneous, permits, marketing, like real estate fees. We're paying for renderings, drone footage, if we got to do videos, types of stuff like that, property taxes, design fee. This is my wife. We're paying her a fee to design everything, all the finishes, exterior, interior, HOA, the architectural and engineer fees, any soils, utilities after construction, lease and commission. This is for a different spreadsheet. This is if this was a commercial property. So that's irrelevant. So we got our soft cost total right here, or excuse me, our hard cost total. And then, hard cost totals up here. Soft cost total is this. So then we have a contingency for all these. And I don't have a contingency here because I built that contingency into my regular construction. But I do 5%, and I'm actually going to start bumping these up to 8% because building costs are going crazy right now. So I like to pad numbers. I play conservative. A lot of my numbers and a lot of my categories hover, for my own brain, 5 to 10% higher than they actually are. And when I bid a job, I actually do the same. You know what? I'd rather bid a job and be 5 to 10% higher on most of these categories, and the owner sees that I'm a higher price than someone else. I would rather do that and lose the job then work with the client and I didn't put enough money in the budget because I bait and switched them and I don't have enough money in the budget. And then I got to go back to that client and give them a bad taste in their mouth saying, hey, we got to raise the price. I need more money because I bid it out at this and now it costs this. And now they're mad. You're not getting a good referral. And I would much rather win a job on my merits, my conversation, my sales skills, and my competitive price that may be a little bit more expensive. And then at the end of the day, every category, if we don't spend that extra 5-10%, we just keep moving those down. If something happens halfway through the project, don't worry. We have the money from excavation or concrete to finish that, to fix it, do whatever it takes. We have that money buried in there, and it's not going to be a cost out of the owner's pocket because they already assumed that cost. However, even better, if you work your way down all the way to the project, everything goes well, and you can hand the owner back and say, hey, your job cost something, we bid you out this, and here's a chunk of change back because we saved you money. That's going to get you the reputation. That's going to get you the repeat business. And that's how you grow a long-term business. We're not in it. I'm not in it for the short term. I'm not in it to win contract and contract and contract. I'm in it to grow a business, to grow up big, grow up massive. And to do that at scale, you got to have repeat business. You got to have referrals, and you got to have a good reputation. One of the ways to do that is always keep your owner's budget at a healthy rate. And some things don't allow that, but that's one of the ways I do it. So that being said, we're interest reserve, is normally at 6 months, but we're going to list this house next week. And I don't think we're going to need the interest reserve if we don't sell this house over 12 months, and we're in trouble. And then that's where we're paying our interest rate to the bank. So look at this action. I'm not showing you the numbers because once again, Nunya business, but so we show the sales price, we show the less commissioning, that's real estate fees, closing costs, less the debt, what we owe the bank, less the investor contribution. So we all got our money back, and then the net profit from that. So right now on the low end, this is how crazy this market is, you guys. On the low end, we are looking at a 94% return on our money. Wall Street's giving you 6 to 8. If someone gets you 20% return on your money, they did a hell of a job. 94. On the mid end, the average comp within the area is going to get us 105% return. And on the high end, which is what we're listing it for, if we get that price, 127% return. Holy cannoli, that is a lot of return on your invested. Now, once again, spec home it's a lot of risk reward. There's a lot of risk out there. We are subject all these building prices, lumbers, all this stuff. Like my numbers are changing every single day, and that can be a problem, but the market's bearing it. And so for right now, we're taking on the risk, and you can see on an average return, we're getting 100% return on our money. And that's wild. That's something that if you can get people 100% return on their money, they're going to come back to you every single time. And you're never going to have a problem raising money. I'm going to show you in other episodes how I raised money for this particular project. And, everybody invested. There's 4 partners in here, my wife and I, and then the other 3. And then the business, my business, this is my holding company. We're going to take 10% on top. So we're taking a 10% management fee. We're also taking the construction fee, but the management fee to go out, raise the money, work with the banks, work with the architects, work with the counties, the HOAs, all that stuff comes before construction. So I'm taking a 10% fee on top of that. However, if the market crashes and everything tanks and I don't get my investors the return on their money that I promised them when they first came into this deal, I'm not taking that fee. I'm going to take a 0% fee so I can do the right thing and get my investors the maximum return on their investment. But I have promised my investors a certain number, and anything over that is a bonus for them. And I did a good job, and I deserve to get 10% for that. I deserve to get more than that, but I'm getting paid as the GC. I'm getting paid as the management fee. My wife's the realtor, the designer. We're going to make out quite well in this project. So stay tuned for more episodes. I'm going to show you all these numbers. I'm going to break them out, but you got to stay till the end. You got to stay to the very, very end to find out exactly what we did, how much we made. And I'll share with you how I went out and raised money, the emails I sent, what I did with my collective group of people that I know to raise this money and make this project happen with little to no money on our end. So thanks for watching. Check out next time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this podcast. It's a YouTube channel. I'm going to get that with your friends. And as always, you can go to davidwindsor.com to download those free templates, and see you next time. Thanks for building with us.